Boop, 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 boop. Internet Roundup. We're programming internet as we speak.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks, man.
Because it's coming off. Internet looks great today.
I appreciate that. Shiny.
There's a lot of stuff flashing up, getting my attention.
Everything on it is true.
Making me want to click.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently you can't lose by investing in gold.
Welcome to Internet Roundup, the silliest thing we do.
Yeah.
By far.
True.
That's Josh. I'm Chuck. We do the Stuff You Should Know podcast normally.
You can find, if you're watching this on a Delta flight, you can also go find the podcast.
Yeah. Why don't you just do that right now?
It's way better than this.
Yeah. And if you want to look at something while you listen, just stare at the back of your hand, and it's better than this.
Or look at the crossword puzzle really blurry in Sky Magazine.
Right, that's already filled out.
It's basically like a Rorschach puzzle for you.
Do you cheat on crossword puzzles?
No.
I don't get that. The people that you're like flip to the back and like, oh, and then fill in the thing.
Right. And then at the end you're like, oh, look, I completed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, everyone. 14A.
Yeah, I completed the Sky Magazine crossword. Easily the most difficult crossword.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's no New York Times.
No way.
Man, those are tough. There's a great documentary about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you seen it?
Wordplay? No.
Don't Cross Me?
Oh, that might be it.
No, I just made that up.
No, that's not it.
So
what is it?
I don't know. I think Wordplay might be right.
But that could also be the one about the script's spelling bee.
Our crack filmmaker, Casey, I see him out of the corner of my eye looking it up.
We'll have the results quite soon, everybody.
Yeah, well, I took it off internet this morning, so I don't know if you'll be able to find it. All right, we should get started. What we do is round up. Is it Wordplay, Casey?
Wordplay.
All right. I like Don't Cross Me better.
I like that too.
Let's talk about solar power.
Let's talk about India.
Something that we're fond of, both India and solar power.
Yeah, there's a basically what's being called a gold rush going on in India as far as solar investment goes, because the president of the country recently said, you know what, we need more solar power. Right now, 300 million, essentially the population in the United States.
Yeah.
In India is without electricity.
Yeah.
And even in the cities in India, like you can experience rolling blackouts or
Sure.
Brownouts or what have you. So having secure electricity in India is a huge priority. And the prime minister said, you know what? We are going to increase our solar capacity by 5 times what our previous goal was.
Yes, and right now, see, the whole deal, and we know this because we talked to Bill Gates about it for real.
Yeah.
If you can go listen to our Stuff You Should Know podcast featuring Bill Gates. We know the whole deal with any kind of alternative energy is that it needs to be abundant and cheap in order for anyone to care.
Yes.
If it's going to work, it's got to rival the prices of coal and other fossil fuels.
Yeah.
And India is on the way right now. They are within 15% of the price of coal, and they predict that it will be 10% cheaper than coal by 2020.
Yep. Which it coincides with about the date that the goal's been set to hit that 100 gigawatt solar power capacity. And so again, this is they used to have a previous goal of 20 gigawatts, which is pretty respectable. But 100 gigawatts is, I think, 30 times the amount of electricity the country can currently handle.
Yeah.
So they're really doing some massive investments in the country's electrical infrastructure, and specifically solar as well. And this is good for everybody.
Sure.
Because India has, I think, 1.3 billion people.
A lot of folks.
And if they said, we're going all in on coal, everyone around the world would be like, oh, God, this is going to be bad. The fact that they're putting all of this investment into solar is huge, because it's 1.3 billion people who are going to be using a lot of solar energy, which is clean energy. And then there's going to be a lot of technological advances from all of this money being thrown at it. That's going to benefit the rest of the world. So it's an enormous deal right now.
Yeah, a country that size going all in, and well, not all in, but
that's
close to all in.
That's
on
the
solar.
point. The prime minister also said no, we're going to still be doing coal as well.
Sure.
We're going to be doing both. So they're not totally abandoning coal, but it's still going to have a huge benefit.
Yeah, and I think one of the interesting things is they almost talk about the environmental gains being like a side effect. They're saying, like, we just think this is the smarter, cheaper way to do it, and plus it benefits the environment.
Right.
It's like not the main drive.
Right.
But it's great.
Yeah.
All right, now we move on to a very different story. And, of course, by the time this airs, the television episode of The Simpsons will have aired, where what's called the worst-kept secret on television in Springfield is that Waylon Smithers Jr., assistant to Mr. Burns, is, in fact, going to come out as gay, finally. I know.
What?
Can you believe it? So that in itself is not the story, because any Simpsons fan has seen all kinds of hints along the way, including Smithers rollerblading through the gay district of Springfield wearing a tank top and rainbow-striped hot pants.
Yeah, there's been a lot
Sure.
along the way. Remember he wrote a musical about Barbie, I think.
Oh, yeah?
That was being done by a dinner theater in Albuquerque.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, certainly one of my favorite characters, voiced by Harry Shearer, the great Harry Shearer. But the story, to me, is behind the writing of the episode. Rob Lazebnik. Boy, that sounds like a Simpsons writer, doesn't it? Lazebnik.
Yeah.
Get Lazebnik in here. We need his special touch.
That's right.
He actually was inspired to write the episode because his son is gay and came out as a teenager. And he said, quote, "I'm a Midwestern guy. I don't tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve, but I thought, what better way to tell my son I love him than to write a cartoon about it," end quote. So pretty neat.
Yeah.
But his son was basically like, he said, I was the gayest little kid, and my parents knew it. So when I finally said I'm interested in a boy, they were both like, yeah, we know.
Right.
Like, we were just waiting on you
Right.
to come out and say something.
Yeah.
And sounds like a great ending to a great story.
Yeah, I'm excited about seeing it.
And son Johnny Lazebnik,
Poor kid.
I know, he even read the script ahead of time and said, maybe change this and this.
Right.
And
He consulted.
yeah,
That's pretty neat.
pretty awesome. So way to go, Waylon Smithers. It's about time.
And the world moves forward a little bit more.
Yeah, it only took 27 seasons. Can you believe that show's been on that long? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, it's the fabric of our lives.
I remember watching the Tracy Ullman shorts
Yeah, me too.
when I was like a kid, you know?
Yep. And they were terrible.
And look at me now. I'm a big, hulking, gross, giant, middle-aged man still watching The Simpsons.
Remember the recreation of Lisa, if she didn't get some, like, I think braces, it was like the dentist showed her like a simulation of what would happen, and like her tooth grew through her head. And
Yeah.
I can see you going from a little kid
Right.
to like yourself from
that's
watching The Simpsons.
exactly what happened.
The tooth grew through the top of your head.
It's right
It was
here,
like
actually.
a tusk.
So have a great day. Have a great flight if you're on Delta.
Yeah,
And if not, maybe think about flying somewhere.
sure.
Take a vacation.
They give out free blankets.
Do they really? Can you take those?
Yeah, you can take them.
Interesting.
I think you can.
We'll see you next time on Internet Roundup.